Being a real estate agent, especially in Abuja, is just so challenging. I must say, it's difficult. Sometimes you just feel like you want to just give up. Sometimes you just feel discouraged. Because tell me why a client called us some weeks back to rent out a property that he rented, and he was no longer interested in staying in that property. And he called us, I and my colleague, to bring clients for the place, which we agreed. We met up with him on a Monday morning, and we talked about the property, how to bring our clients, the key, how to access the place, and he gave us the key to the property. That very day, we also talked about our percentage. Usually, when you're renting a property, your percentage is 10%, but if you have, that is for rent, but if you have a management in that property, you're going with 5% because the management goes with 5%. That is agency. Then we discussed with him and the management of the property. Meanwhile, the property has a management, and this person that contacted us is a client, like he's the tenant that rented the place but didn't want to stay there anymore. So he contacted us to help him bring client to rent out the place. So when the client rent out the place, when the client pays for the place rather, they will refund him his money because he's no longer interested in staying there, with the reasons that that place is very far from his workplace. So we agreed on the percentage. The management said it's going to release 10% to us. The client was, first of all, fighting to get percentage out of the agency because he is of the opinion that he can't pay and lose all his money, which is quite understandable. But the thing is, once you've paid for a property, you've signed an agreement for that property, nobody owes you agency because the agent, they've gone with their money. They've already paid them for their work. So nobody owes you that. But the management was lenient enough to want to, compensate him for the time and everything. So the management agreed to release 10% of the agency to us, 5% to us, 5% to the client in question. And we all agreed. That very day, I and my colleague, we stayed at that property, we brought different clients just because we wanted to rent out that place. Just because we really, really wanted to give out that place so the clients would be comfortable. Later in the evening on that Monday, we finally got a client. We finally got a client that was really, really interested to pay. And that period, there was a public holiday, right? Then the clients offered to make payment the next week, Monday. This thing was on Monday, and the client offered to make payment the next week, Monday, which they agreed. The client spoke with the tenant that is about leaving the place, also spoke with the management of the property, and everybody was in agreement that they wait for him to pay on Monday. We all waited till Monday. Then Monday came. The client contacted us that, okay, the money they're expecting is not in yet, that we should give them some time till the next day, that is on Tuesday. We all agreed. On Tuesday, the client called us that in few minutes, that is called I and my colleague, that in few minutes, he will be paying for the place. And we said, no problem, go ahead. Why? Because we've already had an agreement with the man, that is the person that wants to rent the property, if you get the story, and the management of the property. So we told him, okay, no problem. And we did all of this on trust because we don't expect to meet bad people, because it's really funny. So we told him, okay, go ahead with the payment. And he made the payment, sent in the receipt. The management of the property confirmed the payment. He confirmed that payment, sent in that 10% to the previous tenant, right? Sent in the 10%. That is the 10% that we're supposed to get our 5% from, to the previous tenant. So the tenants, when they sent it, they informed us that they've done that. We contacted the wife of the previous tenant, because of course it's a man, but the wife too is in contact with us. So we contacted her and she was like, okay, yes, they've made payment and we've confirmed it. They actually paid the rent to them The management forwarded their rent, then the agency to them, right? And even I think they also forwarded their legal fee to them. So the wife told us that, okay, my husband is out. Once he's home, he's going to pay the 5% to your account. We said, no problem. We waited for some time. We didn't hear from the husband. We called him directly, and he started saying, oh, the 10% is for me, that he doesn't owe us anything. We have to go meet the management directly for something we've already agreed. We've already agreed upon this, that he's going to pay us our 5% and keep 5% to himself. The money entered his account. This man switched. Like he changed his mouth. People can be mean. So we called him and we explained to him that, remember, 10% was given to you in order for you to give us 5% and keep the 5% for yourself. He said no, that he can't do that, that we are trying to exploit him, that the management is meant to give us our 5%, that how will the client pay 20%? I know you guys might not even understand this thing, because agency and legal is 20% now. It used to be 15%. Legal fee now, the management charges 10%, the agency 10%. Now, currently, it used to be 15. So the 10% goes to the management, because they would, of course, they will pay their lawyer, and all of that. Then 10% comes to the agent. Sometimes, like I said earlier, 5% comes to the agent, depending on who is managing the property. So we called the management, and the management was like, you guys clearly discussed with us that. You guys clearly discussed with us that we are giving you 10%, 5% for you, 5% for the previous tenant. And we said yes. So why are we calling him for? We told him, we just called him to report what is going on, that please, he should help us contact the man, so the man will pay us our 5%. The management said no problem. He called this man. This man refused taking the calls. We called the man. The man refused taking our calls. Like, the wife blocked us for somebody that, these people were nice. They were nice the first day we met them. You can imagine how human beings can be so mean. They are like, they can be wicked. And now I get why people are wicked, because if you're a cool person and if you're a good person and you're trying to be nice to people and they take advantage of that, you turn a wicked person, because that is just the case here. How will you agree with someone and in turn switch when the money is in your account? Is it that? I don't get it. Like, I can't even think it. I'm so pained. I'm so angry that someone will do that. And we did all of this based on trust. I know they say don't trust anybody, but man, come off it now. Are you telling me that I'm going to leave my house, get you clients to rent your property for you? After renting the property, then I'll go home empty-handed. Did I come here to count bridge? Because I can't be in Abuja just to count bridge. It doesn't make any sense. What are people mean? So we called them. I sent a message to the man. I told them, this is not how this is done. We already agreed. Because the money is in your account, you decided to do this. Are you telling us that we are working for free? We wasted all our day, the whole of Monday, just to get a client to rent that place. And we finally did. And you're acting like this. And he sent us a message. Let me even read out what he said. Sometimes it's really funny. It's just really, really funny, because I really don't understand people. I really don't get people. Hold on. I'm going to read out what he said to us. And at this, when he said that, I just told my colleagues, see, let's just let this go. God will pay him, because I can't work for nothing. I can't work for nothing. My sweat cannot go in vain. If anybody wants to cheat me because I'm doing real estate in Abuja, or because they feel I don't need the money, I don't deserve the money while I work hard for it, that person will pay dearly for it. The person will pay dearly for it, because I see no reason why people will be mean. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Let me get the message he forwarded to us. It's really annoying. Okay, guys, so this was the message the previous client sent to us after receiving the money. The fact that you had to change the issue of the direct agent paying your commission was surprising, which was never our agreement. We never agreed that any agent, that direct agent being the management, is paying us anything. That was never our agreement. We agreed that he would be the one to pay, but because this money entered his hand, he switched. Then he said, when you were there, when you were there, he said he was giving me only the layer agreement, which is 10% out of 20% I paid, which is not done anywhere. After back and forth talks, the fact that I lost which amount of money isn't even giving you guys a bit of consign at all, and you're mentioning God that sees everything we do. You brought another client to the house and they have paid you guys your agency fee, leaving the main agent with all of the money, and you guys still want me to pay you guys from the 10% that was given to me. Is that no heartless act of selfishness and greed? What happened to the extra money? I really, at this point, I became confused. I became confused. The fact that you knew the truth and the direct agent is meant to say to you, which you even confirmed on the very first day but you decide to twist the whole thing, is quite surprising. Guys, we agreed with the management that he will give 10%, 5% for us, 5%. I've not seen anywhere you will rent a property, sign agreement, and decide one day, you just wake up one day that I don't want to stay there again, I want to rent it out, and still expect them to pay you all the money, the rent, the agency, the legal. How? It's not done anywhere. Because the agents that brought you, they've taken their own commission and they've left. Are you expecting the management to call the agents and collect the money from them? It is not done anywhere. You've already signed agreements. I really don't understand where people bring their thinking from. I don't know where people think from, if it's from their head or from their ears, because it doesn't make any sense. It's really annoying. The way this man switched because money entered his account, damn, it's so scary. Guys, this agency work is just not for the faint-hearted. You're going to see the bad, you're going to see the good, you're going to experience a lot. Not talk of the disappointment, not talk of, guys, how people switch. Sometimes I ask myself, how did they get this mind? Don't they have conscience? This is not our first experience, this is not the second. I just thought that I should just be sharing my experiences with people. Maybe it will help someone out there. It will really, really help someone out there. See that you can't trust people completely, especially when money is involved. Don't dare trust anybody. You cannot trust people completely. And in business, I've really learned a lot. This real estate has taught me so much. I've met a lot of people. It has taught me really a lot. Trust is just so much. They can trust you, but you cannot trust them. So tell me how we are going to progress. Tell me how they want us to work with them. Maybe because they feel we don't deserve the pay, because they feel, some of them think we don't work. Do you know what it takes for an agent to go out there, search for property, take pictures, post it, run ad for you to see it and rent the property? Do they know the work that we put in it? That every day they think we don't deserve it. Every day they think we are not working hard. Every day they think we are not doing anything. It's just to show them the property. Wow. It's just to show you the property, and you think it's that easy to find the property to show you. People should just stop being mean. They should stop being wicked. They should also consider, before they act, let them consider other people. This agency work, especially in Abuja, is just not for the faint-hearted. Trust me. I've experienced one like that. That one, I'm going to talk about that. I had to even go and apologize for doing nothing. The client said I have to come and apologize to get my percentage, and that was for sale because he works for the government. Guys, it's a lot. I've really seen a lot. I've really experienced a lot. I'm going to be dropping this one, once in a while. I'm going to be telling you guys my experience in real estate, like my awful experience, my bad experience in real estate. I know it's going to help somebody. Just in case you want to become a real estate agent in Abuja or Nigeria as a whole, at least this experience will teach you a few things. Okay? Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please don't make it your last. Stay by subscribing, commenting if you like this video. Just share whatever, or tell me whatever. Just say anything in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like. Okay, bye.